Do you ever feel overwhelmed by the ever-changing world of technology? Tech It Out can help make some sense of it all. Breaking down geek speak into street speak, technology columnist, author, and TV personality Mark Saltzman covers consumer technology each week for every listener. Mark tackles the latest news, reviews, and how-tos to help you understand what's hot, what's not, and why.
Hey everyone, welcome to episode 216 of Tech It Out. Hope you're doing great this weekend so far. A busy week last week in the tech world with the Facebook outage. Hope you survived that on Monday. Then the Facebook whistleblower testimony in the US Senate. Interesting. Windows 11 then came out that same day. That was on Tuesday. It's a free update to those who have Windows 10, if your computer can handle it. A day after that, 10th anniversary since Steve Jobs passed away, believe it or not. Wow. The hugely popular video streaming site Twitch suffered a data breach on Wednesday. That's big news. On Thursday, leaked photos of the new Google phone, the Pixel 6, leaked on the internet. So a busy week in tech indeed. New Apple Watches available to order next Friday. Great stuff. Anyhow, we do have a stellar show planned for you this hour with 3 different guests. We're going to kick things off with Lorex, that has a new home security system supporting several cameras for both the inside and outside of your home. But unlike Ring and Google, these do not require a monthly video subscription where you have to pay to look back in time to see who was at your doorstep. We'll talk with tech lifestyle expert Carley Knobloch about some great tech for busy families this fall, and a sneak peek at a new navigation app called Nexit that does some pretty amazing things, as it doesn't just focus on the destination, but the journey as well. So we're going to learn all about Nexit this hour as well. All of this and more on a brand new Tech It Out powered by Asus for those in search of incredible. I'll tell you more about Asus in a little bit, but let's officially kick off the show with our first interview. Not all camera systems for your home are created equal. If you don't read the fine print, you might not get the kind of quality, the clarity that you want in a surveillance camera or video doorbell, or you might be asked to pay to access your own videos through a subscription service that you weren't aware of when you bought it. And so today we're going to learn about what Lorex has to offer. We've got on the line its CEO, Gilad Epstein. Welcome to the show, Gilad. It's been a while since we've chatted. I'm looking forward to this.
Thank you, Mark. Great to be on your show.
Yeah, so it was CES 2020 that we ran into each other, but we actually created a video. We did a formal interview a few years before that as well.
Yeah, we go along back to time, and technology has definitely moved on since. So nice to be back here.
Yeah, great. And I've got some Lorex products in my home, of course, that I love. And you've got a whole new slew of products, many of which fall under this Smart Home Security Center banner, which we're going to get to in a moment. But before that, Gilad, tell us a bit about Lorex, the company.
Yeah, I'm very excited to tell you about Lorex because the timing is perfect. We are celebrating our 30th anniversary this year. So founded in 1991, and I call us a 30-year-old startup. So building on the heritage of a pioneer of do-it-yourself video security. Before that was even around. 30 years ago, you couldn't buy security through retail channels. You couldn't do it yourself. You had to rely on professional installation. And the founders of Lorex had the idea that security could be another consumer electronics category. And we find ourselves today in the world of smart home security and IoT, where you walk around in your neighborhood and you find almost every home has some kind of security, whether it's a doorbell or cameras at the front, and it's coming closer to mainstream.
Yeah, and of course, IoT stands for Internet of Things. This is all these devices, billions of devices that can all talk to one another over a network of some kind. Really an exciting time to be in this space. So with that, let's chat about the Smart Home Security Center, or SHSC. What is it exactly?
The Lorex Smart Home Security Center is designed to be a wireless, all-in-one security solution for your home. Predominantly. It is a full-blown network video recorder. Has capacity to record video of up to 8 channels or 8 cameras. It is compatible with other devices such as sensors. And what's special and unique about it is that it is a small self-contained unit, a 7-inch screen, all in one that you could view, record, respond, communicate, and enjoy some entertainment features all through one central device.
All right, so I have it's a couple of years old now, but I have a Lorex Dvr. So I have all these cameras plugged into the back of this one device, and there's a hard drive inside that is archiving all that footage. And should I need it, I have an incident on my driveway, my wife's truck gets broken into, I can go back and through the monitor and a mouse, I can go back in time and see and capture and share that footage if need be. So is this different in a way, or is this the same concept?
The essentials of security exist in the Lorex Smart Home Security Center. So the recording, the ability to retrieve that data, the ability to connect remotely while you're away through your smartphone, through your app, all exist in this system. What makes it more contemporary and unique is the fact that it is compatible with a variety of Wi-Fi cameras, of wire-free cameras, so you become untethered. You don't have to run cables from your wired cameras to a central place in the home.
Which is what I have with this system. So you're right. We'll learn about the Lorex 2K wire-free cameras in a moment.
Correct. And so installation is a breeze, and the compatibility is very broad. So very popular today are floodlight cameras, doorbell cameras, indoor cameras, outdoor cameras. All of those cameras can feed in wirelessly to this smart home security center. And even better, the Smart Home Security Center can also be wirelessly connected to your network. So it connects through Wi-Fi 6. It has Bluetooth enabled, so it can actually communicate with other devices, sensors, or even audio devices. Therefore, it becomes a fully wireless recording solution.
Okay. And you mentioned the ability to log into your cameras when you're away from home. That's very popular today, especially with the video doorbells. But I did hint at something off the top, Gilad, and that's subscription fatigue. A lot of us don't want to pay for yet another monthly service, yet some of the biggest video doorbell brands out there require you to pay if you want to go back in time, even like an hour. So if it's live and someone presses your doorbell, that's free. But you want to go back to see, a courier that was at your doorstep 3 hours earlier or a week earlier, you have to pay for that. And a lot of consumers don't know about that.
You're absolutely right. Not with Lorex. With Lorex, we deliver a complete solution with local storage and the ability to record as much as your storage provides you with, and you don't have to pay for it. It's included in your original purchase plan.
Yeah, so I like that a lot. There's a huge value proposition there.
So we hear again and again from consumers that they do not want recurring fees. They don't want hidden fees. And what we deliver is a very rich feature set that comes with the recording capability, and you don't have to pay for storage or for notifications or for other analytics.
Okay. So some of your video doorbells, for example, can take an SD card, if I'm not mistaken. So looks like, size of a postage stamp, and that will archive the footage. But just to clarify, you're at home, you're at the office, or you're traveling and you want to look in on your home cameras, you can also do that through a Lorex app.
It's all included. The Lorex Home app connects you live to your cameras. You can also play back footage that is stored on your local storage.
Okay, great. So let's now hear about the Wi-Fi 2K doorbell, which is compatible with your smart home security center.
Yeah, it's one of my favorites. I have it at home. It's a beautiful doorbell with a 2K resolution. That's twice the resolution of 1080p. It has a nice welcome light. So when you come back at night, it will provide some lighting so you can find the keys and open the door. It has person detection, so it will show you that there's a person at the door, provide you with alerts. You've got pre-recorded messages. You could record a message and say, please leave the package at the door if you've got a delivery. It's fast. The playback is smooth. I use it all the time.
So it's the Wi-Fi 2K doorbell, a high-definition camera that can capture footage with night vision as well, in case your visitors are at night and you still want to be able to see them. And with the pre-recorded message, do you need like a smart speaker to set that up, or is that something that you record directly into the doorbell itself?
So the doorbell actually comes with a preset of a few messages, the typical messages, and you just select the one that you want to play. Okay. So the door's open, or leave the package by the door, etc. And
something you said about detecting motion. So even before the visitor presses the doorbell, it's capturing footage.
That's correct. It has a pre-recording of a few seconds, so it will record the event leading up to the actual pressing of the button, and will alert you even without the person pressing the doorbell, because it's detecting motion and has the analytics of person detection.
Okay, got it. Like some of the other video doorbells on the market, can you do two-way talk? So you can see who you're talking to, but they can only hear you, and they may not even know that you're not inside, for example.
Absolutely.
Okay. And how much does the Lorex Wi-Fi 2K doorbell cost?
The 2K Doorbell costs $179 in the US. At times it gets promoted. And in Canada, it costs $229.
Okay. So again, that's the Wi-Fi 2K doorbell. We're chatting with Gilad Epstein. He is Chief Executive Officer at Lorex, a company that makes several smart home devices, often in the camera space. And that includes video doorbells, as we're learning, a very popular category, especially in the era of online shopping. Let's now hear about Lorex's 2K Wirefree cameras, which are also compatible with the Smart Home Security Center.
Correct. So the 2K Wirefree cameras offer, once again, 2K resolution, high definition, and they are very versatile. They can be placed indoors or outdoors, and they will record to the central storage device, to the Lorex Smart Home Security Center, or in a different configuration to the Lorex Home Hub.
All right, we're going to continue chatting about Lorex cameras after this short break. We'll just put a pin in the interview for a moment. I wanted to acknowledge the title sponsor on this program. Tech It Out is powered by ASUS for those in search of incredible. ASUS creates technology for today and tomorrow's smart life, and that includes its line of award-winning laptops, like its VivoBooks, its ZenBooks, Expert Books, which are more of a business class notebook, and Chromebooks for students. They also have gaming laptops under the ROG, or Republic of Gamers banner. Really awesome stuff. So 5 different brands of laptops. For those in search of incredible, visit asus.com/US/radio for more info. That's asus.com/US/radio. We'll be right back with more Lorex. Stick with us.
Listen to Tech It Out whenever you want. Find the Tech It Out podcast at iTunes or wherever you get your podcasts.
Welcome back to Tech It Out, everyone. Hope you're having a stellar weekend so far. Thank you for making this program a small part of it. We are chatting with Gilad Epstein. He is the Chief Executive Officer for Lorex Technology, the makers of several smart home devices, including cameras that I just wrote about for USA Today, because I love how they can help protect your home inside and out and do not require a monthly subscription cost. So unlike the likes of Ring or the Google Nest family, you have to pay every month if you want to go back in time. If it's live, that's one thing. You can be on your smartphone, someone rings your doorbell, that's all good. But what if you want to go back an hour earlier and see who was at your door, or a day earlier? You have to pay for that, but not with Lorex cameras. Before the break, we learned about the Wi-Fi 2K doorbell, and then we switched over, Gilad, to the 2K Wirefree cameras, which are also compatible with the Smart Home Security Center. Now, because they can be used outside, but they're wire-free, that implies that your Wi-Fi must be able to reach outside. And for most people, I think just beyond that front door is probably still good as well, right?
That's right. And so let's clarify the term. So wire-free, you can use a different term, battery operated. So it comes with a battery. The battery, you will probably ask, how long will the battery last? I'll say it depends on the motion and the events that are in the scene, but we can get months of usage of this camera. The battery life could be extended with an available solar panel accessory. And you touched on a very important topic, is the range. And we also have a range extender to extend the range between these wire-free cameras and the Lorex Smart Home Security Center. So you could place your Lorex Smart Home Security Center in your home office, in your den, or anywhere, and you could have outdoor cameras at each edge of the house and still get a good signal and be able to record the footage.
All right. Now, like the Wi-Fi 2K doorbell, does it also save footage to an SD card, or it's only to that network drive inside?
So it's similar to the 2K doorbell. It stores the video onto a micro SD card. That micro SD card is located centrally within the Lorex Smart Home Security Center.
Okay, so that's still inside. So it's not something that you plug into the back of the cameras like you do the 2K doorbell.
That's right.
Okay, thanks for the clarification there. And how much do the 2K wire-free cameras cost?
So they come in different configurations. They come in a bundle. So with the Lorex Smart Home Security Center, the Smart Home Security Center with 2 cameras retails for $399 US and $499 Canadian. And we do have a version of that comes with just a recording hub, not the full Smart Home Security Center. And that retails a 2-camera pack for $299 US and for $399 Canadian. We do offer multiple packs in different configurations, 3, 4, and 5, and even 6-camera bundles.
You mentioned the Floodlights earlier. I saw them on the website. Is that part of the Smart Home Security Center platform as well?
Absolutely. That's part of the ecosystem. One of the most popular cameras in the lineup. I have 2 installed in my home. Other than providing good visibility and ease of installation, because they're typically mounted in areas that have electrical wiring and you can benefit from the lighting, they work seamlessly with the Lorex Smart Home Security Center, so you get an added perspective as well as recording on the Smart Home Security Center, in addition to the built-in recording that you have on the Floodlights.
And they do have a sensor so that if you put these, say, over your driveway, when you pull in or you walk up to your front door, these floodlights will turn on when it detects somebody.
Absolutely.
Okay, great. And again, no monthly fees for any of this footage. No monthly
fees. That's the theme with us.
All right. Now, Gilad, before we wrap up, what kinds of retailers do you have partnerships with?
That's something we're very proud of, our broad distribution. We have partnerships with the major big box retailers, Best Buy, Costco, Amazon as national chains, Sam's Club, as well as regional accounts like B&H Photo.
Oh, yeah. They're big.
They're big. And of course, we also have our direct channels through Lorex.com. And have to mention that all those retail partners that we partner with have their e-commerce channels as well. So you will find the product, whether it's Best Buy or BestBuy.com, Costco, Costco.com, etc.
Right. I remember Costco being one of your big partners from a couple of years ago. They would sell those bundles where it was like 6 cameras in a box kind of thing with the PVR. Going back to what I still have here, which works just as well today as it did when I got it 8 years ago. So it's fantastic. But without some of the amenities that you've been highlighting now with all the wireless connectivity and sensors and local recording and things like that. So lots of advantages. Is there a website for Lorex too, where people can learn more about all of this as we wrap up?
Of course. Very simple. Lorex.com.
Okay.
Lorex.com.
Fantastic. Gilad, great to chat with you as always. Congrats on the launch of the Smart Home Security Center and all the products that work with it. All the best. I look forward to chatting with you again soon, I hope.
All the best. Thank you. It's always a pleasure.
If you want to read my article, which is actually about stopping porch pirates as you do some shopping this holiday season, how do you protect those parcels that may be left on your doorstep, you could just Google my name and the word USA Today. I guess that's 2 words. And you'll find my article. So Mark Saltzman, Mark with a C, SALTZMAN, and then USA Today, and you'll find my article, which was published this weekend. I hope you enjoy it. I offer a couple of different suggestions, including that Lorex camera, because again, I like the fact that you don't have to pay a monthly subscription to keep an eye on your home. That could really add up over time. But let me tell you what always happens. I write weekly for USA Today. The articles drop usually on the weekend. By Monday, my email is jammed, my inbox, with companies that I did not get a chance to write about. I can't always write about the same companies, of course, and this happens all the time with a big publication like USA Today. So on Monday, when I go to my email, I know I'm going to get a flood of messages from companies I did not get a chance to write about. So I'm bracing for that already. Believe it or not, I've actually had people write me who work for the company that I did not include or their public relations company, and they ask me, Mark, can you retract your story and include my company or my client's company and republish it? The nerve, huh? Anyhow, when we return on Tech It Out, we're going to catch up with tech lifestyle expert Carley Knobloch. Stick with us. We'll be right back.
Want to follow Mark? Google him. Mark with a C and Saltzman with a Z. Breaking down geek speak into street speak. This is Tech It Out. Tech It Out with technology columnist, author, and TV personality Mark Saltzman.
Welcome back, everyone. You're listening to Tech It Out on the Radio America Network. Now that students are back to school, moms and dads may be back to work after perhaps a lighter summer, many families might feel a bit, overwhelmed this fall. That's why we have tech lifestyle expert Carley Knobloch with us on the program with a few of her smart ideas that can help busy parents at home. Hi, Carley. Good to chat with you again.
Hey, it's always great to chat with you. Thank you so much for having me. And yes, families are busy, especially now. I don't feel like my summer was lighter. I feel like just as crazy as ever, right? But I partnered with some awesome brands today that I think will make life at home a little bit easier.
Okay, awesome. Now, I did say that you have a few smart ideas, and those were some air quotes around that, because I often have you on the show to talk about smart home tech and ways to just make our life a little easier. So with that in mind, why don't we start with a couple of tech ideas that you do like for the home?
Yeah, the first thing I want to talk about is home security. And I love the brand Arlo. They make these amazing security products like indoor and floodlight cameras. And then when you add the Arlo Secure subscription, you now have like a really robust home monitoring system. It's got 30-day rolling recording. It detects people and packages, so you'll know instantly if something's, hit your stoop or if there's a person at the door, and it sends you real-time notifications. And then, so they've got monthly plans that start at $299 for a single camera. So this is now, a whole home monitoring system, just one camera for $299, or for $14.99, you get unlimited cameras and 24/7 one-touch emergency response. So basically you're getting police, fire, or medical emergency responders sent to your camera's location, which can really save you precious seconds in an emergency.
Okay, and what's LifeX?
Oh yeah, this is the coolest. So the LifeX Clean is the first antibacterial smart light bulb. Okay, so this is how it works. By day, it's a beautiful smart light bulb. It optimizes your productivity with that crisp, white, bluer light that helps wake you up and make you more productive, and it integrates with lots of smart home systems. But at night, it uses HEV light to wipe out bacteria on your surfaces so you can get them clean without lifting a finger while you're sleeping. And it's completely safe for people, pets, possessions. You can get it right now for $69.99 at Amazon.com. And how smart is this, especially in, the era of viruses lurking? I just feel like this is incredible. It hasn't been specifically tested by LifeX for COVID, but all of the research around this type of HEV light is showing that it does eliminate a significant amount of viruses.
All right, and it's spelled LIF as in Frank X. That's how you spell LifeX, by the way.
That's right.
All right, let's now move on to some cool trends when it comes to TVs. The weather is now cooling, Carly. We may be spending more time indoors. What's new in that department?
Yeah, I am a longtime fan of Samsung's The Frame TV. I actually have one in my home. The 2021 edition, though, is making me salivate for maybe an upgrade. It's even thinner than before. It's a QLED 4K smart TV that looks like framed artwork when you're not watching your favorite shows. It's got all of these customizable little frames that you can snap on that will match your home decor. Really makes it look like a picture frame, and moms love that you can display family photos on it too. It's compatible with voice assistants, and you can even use its PC on TV functionality to make any room into a home office. And it's available from sizes from 32 to all the way to 85 inches. Right now, the 43 inch is available for a new low price of $949.99, and it's really beautiful. It just kind of makes the TV disappear on the wall. Just something I've always loved.
Yeah, and there's so many different frames to choose from, and I love how they just magnetically affix to the edges of the TV, the perimeter of the TV. We are chatting with Carley Knobloch, a tech lifestyle expert who's on this program quite a bit. Why don't we end off on a couple of ideas when it comes to productivity?
Yes, I love this. So how is this for multitasking product? You use the SanDisk iExpand wireless charger sync to charge your Qi-compatible smartphone, and you wake up to all of your photos and videos automatically backed up. So it's a simple and attractive charger that does double duty, and it supports personal backup profiles so that more than one family member can use it to back up all their full resolution media files. And it's a great price starting at $79.99 for 64 gigabytes of space. It goes up from there if you want more space, but basically you're charging your phone and backing up all your media at the same time. Super, super great for productivity at home. And then lastly, for your home office or your student workstation, the Canon Pixma G2260 Megatank all-in-one printer is a powerhouse that can save you over $1,000 in ink. It can print up to 6,000 black or 7,700 color pages from one set of ink bottles. That's equivalent to like 30 conventional ink cartridge sets. And you can use it to print all your homework assignments or beautiful borderless photos from 3.5-inch square all the way up to 8.5 by 11 inches. And the price just can't be beat for a printer like that at $189.99.
All right. So I am a huge fan, first of all, of the SanDisk wireless charger, the iXpand Sync, that is, as you said, it's like a charging mat. It's a little white pad that you put your phone on, and it could be an iPhone or Android, by the way. And as long as it's Qi compatible, it starts charging up. But the real cool feature is that your photos and videos and contacts are also backed up wirelessly into the memory that's inside of this thing. So very cool there. And I also am a big fan of these super tank printers that don't take cartridges and that give you, up to a couple of years worth of ink. So great stuff there. Is there a website though, Carley, where our listeners can see these products in action? I think you've got like a video of you walking through them all, right?
I do, yes. And you can find it at techformoms.com. Good for dads too.
All right, techformoms.com. Carley, always great to chat with you. Have a fantastic fall, and I hope to have you back on the program sooner than later.
Thanks, Mark. You too.
Hey, if you're on social media this weekend, drop by and say hi. Let me know what you think of the show. If you have any questions for my guests or for myself, I'm generally on platforms like Twitter, Instagram, LinkedIn, Facebook, and YouTube. I'm generally hanging out there. I know, real shocker, huh? But let me know what you think. Let me know if you have suggestions for upcoming guests. You have any issues with the show, whatever. It's all good. You can write me publicly or privately if you want to DM me on any of those platforms. Again, it's Mark Saltzman, Mark with a C, SALTZMAN. And I also write a tech tip of the day if you want to follow me on any of these platforms. Just a little way to get more out of your tech, saving you time or money or aggravation. So I welcome all new followers there. I also link to radio interviews that I do, articles that I write, videos that I host, and so on and so forth. When we return on Tech It Out, we're going to learn about a new navigation app called Nexit that I think you're really going to like. It's a free download to your iPhone, and it can save you some serious cash. So don't go anywhere. We'll be right back with more Tech It Out on our last interview of the show. We'll be right back. Stick with us.
Breaking down geek speak into street speak. Tech It Out, hosted by Mark Saltzman.
Welcome back to Tech It Out, powered by ASUS for those in search of incredible. Head over to asus.com/US/radio for more info on their award-winning laptops. That's asus.com/US/radio. Let's face it, all navigation apps tell you where to drive, but only Nexit tells you where to stop. That's Nexit, an increasingly popular navigation app that you can download to your phone for safe use in your vehicle when you hit the road. For a deeper dive on Nexit, we're joined by Randy Carpenter. He's the CEO of the company. Good to chat with you, Randy. Thanks for your time.
Good afternoon, Mark. Thank you for having me. It's nice to be here.
Now, you walked me through a very comprehensive demo of Nexit, and I was pretty blown away. So I'd love for you to share with my listeners what Nexit is all about. Why don't we start off at a high level?
Nexit is a mobile navigation app that provides voice-activated point A to B directions, but allows the user to personalize their journey by adding as many preferences as they want along the trip. Now, we will only show you the preferences that are relevant to your journey. In other words, right along your route, not behind you, not beside you. So we take all the clutter out and allow you to add as many things as you want so that you can enjoy the journey like never before.
All right. So it's a navigation app that you would launch before you hit the road. Now, obviously, there are some big competitors out there, Randy, the likes of Apple Maps and Google Maps and Waze. Some of them are already embedded in the smartphone itself. So what would you say separates Nexit from the rest of these players?
Yeah, they do a great job at the driving directions. Everybody's using mapping apps now.
Yeah.
But we want to fill in the gap on the stopping, the enjoyment, the preferences along the route. Let me give you an example. Let's say you want a Hampton Inn under $150 with an indoor pool and an exercise room, a steakhouse, a McDonald's with an indoor playland for the kids, a gas station with a car wash. Your wife needs something from a pharmacy. The kids want a bowling alley. I mean, you could keep going and going and going. And you want to know where they all occur at the same exit. Nexit will tell you that instantly and seamlessly so that you can have the convenience to do everything you want at the same exit. Or if you prefer, You can integrate some of those stops along the way, however you want to do it. We were in a meeting last week with a person who manages one of the biggest associations in America. And we were talking about mapping apps, and they were describing their frustration with using them. And they said, and I'm quoting, "It's very frustrating because every time I ask for a Chick-fil-A, it's 20 miles behind me."
Right.
So
right.
I said, "Hey, are you cutting a commercial for Nexit?" So the point is, it's multi-search, multi-layer, but it's relevant, not in a radius, not behind you, what you want to see on your journey.
Okay. And speaking of journey, it sounds like Nexit is about the journey rather than, or in addition to, the destination, because you will type in where you're finally going to end up, whether it's a hotel or staying at a family member's house or what have you. But it logically will tell you what you're looking for on your route, not where you have to double back and get back on the freeway and go in the opposite direction.
Mark, true story. This summer, I was in North Carolina, and Interstate 40 and Interstate 95, two major interstates in the eastern part of America, are parallel, maybe 4 or 5 miles apart, but they're running parallel. Someone was looking for Cracker Barrel. One of the other mapping apps told us to get off of 40 north, go across, get on 95 south, and go about 5 miles. There's a Cracker Barrel. And Nexit showed the Cracker Barrel. It was about 6 miles away, not 5, but it was right on 40 north. So very convenient.
Okay. So on the App Store, if you go to Nexit, it says it's the smartest map you'll ever use. Talk to us a bit more about that intelligence without getting too geeky. So your algorithms, all this tech behind the scenes, the artificial intelligence, it knows what you're looking for is on your way to your destination, not in another direction.
Exactly. Like I said, our patent covers it's about direction. It's about relevance. It's about multi-search, multi-brand, multi-price. It's tailoring the trip the way you want it to. And as you mentioned to artificial intelligence, the more you use it, the more it knows you, and the better it will perform for you.
Like you like Chick-fil-A more than Cracker Barrel.
Exactly. Exactly. And, we talked about, the smartest map you'll ever use. We talked earlier about a road trip where I did a Hampton Inn, et cetera, et cetera. Let's just say you're in New York City. Let's say, Mark, you and I are standing at 43rd and 8th, and you want a bagel, I want a pizza, we need an ATM, right? So it's not just, Nexit's not just for the road trip, right? So you enter bagel, pizza, ATM. Nexit will show you all three of those at the same time on the map, so that other mapping apps will show you one at a time. And when you enter the second one, the first one goes away. So, where were those bagels again? Let me try to remember. So it's the same functionality that we bring to the highway, we bring to the city. We call it Trav Match. Here are all the exits that have everything you wanted, or here's the area in the city where you can have a bagel, a pizza, and ATM, all at the same place. Very convenient. So when we say it's the smartest map you'll ever use, it's just the next revolution in personalized and customized map.
When we return, we're going to continue chatting about Nexit and some ways it'll save you money on gas as well, what devices it works on, upcoming support for the platform, and a lot more. So stick with us. We're going to continue chatting with Randy Carpenter, CEO of Nexit, when we return. Stay with us on Tech It Out.
Follow Mark Saltzman on Facebook, on Twitter, on Instagram. Listen to Tech It Out whenever you want.
We are chatting with Randy Carpenter. He is the CEO of Nexit. We are learning about their navigation app, and it helps you find points of interest or POIs along your journey. I just want to be clear, Randy, that when you type in a destination and then you populate that with a couple of stops along the way, that it does give you an ETA. It does give you that estimated time of arrival for each location. You can see it counting down on the map as you're driving and you glance at it. Is that right? Or for the passengers to see?
Yes, it's all integrated into the voice-activated turn-by-turn directions. It will show you the time and distance to your next stop, whether it's your destination or your lunch or your evening hotel.
Got it. And you also mentioned you can stop for gas along the way as well. Let's say you're with one brand over another because you have a loyalty card or something like that. Can you specify what gas stations you only want to go to, or based on amenities, like you said earlier, car wash? And what about pricing? What if you want to look for the best prices in your area? Can you do all that?
Absolutely. So it's interesting. We will show you all along your route the cheapest gas per exit. And you talk about interesting, Mark. You would not believe, and we do this in real time, by the way, updated twice a day. You would not believe the variance between 1, 2, 3 exits. We're seeing 15, 20, 25 cents. It's crazy. So you can say, hey, I want Exxon only, or I want the cheapest gas, or we will show you, you can literally go on Nexit, do a trip from New York to LA and see the cheapest gas per exit across the entire country. Okay. So yeah, it's very convenient and very interesting, and lets people save a lot of money on their gas fill up.
Right. And although the folks at Gas Buddy wouldn't want me to say this, but it seems reduce the need for opening up different apps for multiple things. You can do this all within Nexit. Yeah.
And again, just like we said with Google, Apple, and Waze, they do a great job, and we're filling in the gaps. Gas Buddy does a great job, and we're filling in those gaps. Mark, you're driving 60 miles an hour, 70 miles an hour down the highway, right? And you have to stop. I mean, Gas Buddy, nobody's going to help you, show you a radius of where you are. And, we're going to show you, hey, the cheapest gas in the next 50 miles is 18 miles away, 14 minutes.
Before we wrap up and talk pricing and what devices it works on, let's say you are driving down the freeway and you realize that you need gas, but you didn't previously put that in as a stop. Do you use your voice to say search for gas, or do you have like a passenger, maybe a partner, type in gas on the app? How do you interface with the app while you're driving safely?
Mark, that's a great question. And thank you for asking that, because you can do all of the things that we've talked about from your couch a week ahead of time if you want. We call that pre-planning. Or you can do it on the fly. You don't have to plan any of this. You can have your co-pilot do it all, or it's all voice activated. You just say, hey, Exxon or Hampton Inn or Cracker Barrel, and it will show you the next exit that has those.
Okay, great. And so finally, how much does Nexit cost?
It's free. It's free. It will be monetized by highly contextual ads relative to users' interests. So nothing intrusive.
Sure. Yeah, I think a lot of listeners would be totally up for an ad-supported platform if it meant it was free for them. So the value proposition is still there. And does it work with both iPhone and Android devices?
iPhone right now, Android probably be ready in about 60 days. We're deep in the development of that as well.
Okay. And then speaking of iPhone and Android, CarPlay or Android Auto is popular, where you plug in your phone, or in some cases you don't need to, but usually you plug in your phone with a USB cable in the car, then the dashboard somewhat resembles your smartphone. Would Nexit work on CarPlay and Android Auto, or do you need to look at your phone separately and maybe mount it to, an air vent or something?
You need to look at the phone separately currently, but Android Auto and CarPlay will be launched when we finish the Android platform in about 60 days.
Okay, great. I can see that being a huge boost for Nexit. If you can have that pushed to your dashboard, that would be great. And then finally, Randy, what's the best website to learn more about Nexit? I know you can just go to the Apple App Store to download it to your iPhone, and it's Nexit, but is there a website to learn more as well?
Yes, it's nexit.app, app.
All right. So no triple W needed, just Nexit as in next exit, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
Nexit.app. Randy, great to chat with you. Randy Carpenter has been our guest. He's the CEO of Nexit based in Texas. I encourage our listeners to download it, give it a shot for themselves. Android version coming very shortly as well. All the best. Randy, good to chat with you. I hope you can come back on the program sooner than later.
Thank you so much, Mark, for having me, and I enjoyed it immensely.
Once again, that was Randy Carpenter, CEO of Nexit. I hope you enjoyed this week's program. We also caught up with Carley Knobloch about tech for busy families, and we kick off the show with a chat about Lorex cameras for your home, your smart home, for the indoors and outdoors, and how you don't have to pay a monthly fee to monitor your premises, its contents, your family, even when you're not there. Thank you for tuning in to Tech It Out, everyone. Have a great rest of your weekend, and we'll catch up with you next time on another episode of Tech It Out. Bye-bye for now.